Hey everyone! Welcome back to Top Gossip Today, the place where we dig deep into the biggest plot twists, the craziest fan theories, and those mind-blowing moments from your favorite anime and manhwa. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the hottest gossip we've got lined up. Today, we're diving headfirst into one of the most debated questions in the solo leveling fandom. Is Sung Jinwoo, the guy we've all been rooting for, the real villain of the story? I know, it sounds wild. Jinwoo is supposed to be our hero. The underdog who rose from the bottom to become humanity's strongest hunter. But if you've been watching closely, or reading the manhwa, you might have noticed some things about Jinwoo that just don't sit right. So, buckle up and get comfy, because we're about to break down why Sung Jinwoo might be less of a hero and more of an anti-hero, or maybe even something darker. Let's set the stage. When we first meet Sung Jinwoo, he's known as the world's weakest hunter. A guy who can barely survive low-level dungeons, constantly risking his life just to pay his mom's hospital bills and support his little sister. He's humble, kind, and honestly pretty easy to root for. He's the classic underdog we all love. But then, everything changes. After a brutal experience in a double dungeon, Jinwoo wakes up to find himself connected to a mysterious power called the system. It's like a game interface that lets him level up, grow stronger, and gain skills no one else can. It sounds like a dream come true, right? But as Jinwoo climbs the ranks and unlocks his new abilities, we start seeing cracks in the foundation. And that's where things get complicated. At first, Jinwoo's actions seem justified. He's fighting to survive. He's hunting magical beasts to protect humanity. But then comes episode 6, the real hunt begins, where Jinwoo makes his first human kill. He's trapped in a dungeon with Hwang Dong-suk's crew, and things go south fast. Jinwoo finds himself cornered, forced to fight for his life. And when it's over? Everyone from Dong-suk's group is dead. Now, to be fair, they were trying to kill him first. But it's the way Jinwoo does it that makes you stop and think. He doesn't hesitate. And there's even a moment, just a flash, where you can tell he's enjoying it. This isn't the Jinwoo we met back in episode 1. This is a different guy. Someone who's been pushed too far, and who's starting to like having the upper hand, and it doesn't stop there. During the Red Gate arc, Jinwoo goes a step further. He fights Kim Chul, another hunter, and kills him. But this time? It's not about survival. It's a calculated move. In the manhwa, Jinwoo even plans to kill Chul so he can turn him into a shadow soldier. He tosses Chul a sword, giving him an excuse to attack, and then finishes him off. The anime softens this moment a bit, adding a scene where Jinwoo shows some regret. But make no mistake, he didn't have to do it. He chose to. From here on, Sung Jinwoo's kill count isn't just about monsters. It's about people. Sure, they're often villains in their own right, criminals, corrupt hunters, murderers. But Jinwoo starts operating outside the law, making life and death decisions on his own terms. He becomes judge, jury, and executioner. And that's where fans start asking, is he still the hero? Then there's the bigger picture. Jinwoo's father, Sung Il-won, drops some major hints early on that his son might be more dangerous than anyone realizes. In the Demon Castle arc, Il-won tells Hwang Dong-soo that a new power has awakened, one capable of destroying the world. And the timing? Suspicious, to say the least. Jinwoo had just gained a new ability that no one else has. And what's worse? Il-won adds that most people will either be enslaved or devoured by this new power. Sound familiar? Yeah. Jinwoo's whole thing is enslaving the souls of his enemies and turning them into shadow soldiers. So, is Il-won warning the world about his own son? It sure seems that way, and then comes the Jeju Island raid. Japanese S-rank hunter Ruji goes up against the Ant King and realizes something terrifying. The same feeling of imminent death he senses from the Ant King? He felt it once before, when sparring with Sung Jinwoo. Goto might not have understood it at the time, but we do. Deep inside Jinwoo is the power of Ashbourne, the shadow monarch, the literal embodiment of death. By this point, Jinwoo is almost at level 100, which is exactly where the system wants him. Once he hits that level, the plan is for Ashbourne to fully possess his body and become an unstoppable god of death. Talk about a plot twist, but here's where things get interesting. Jinwoo doesn't just roll over and let it happen. When he returns to the Cardinal temple, he faces off against the architect, the guy behind the system. The architect tries to kill Jinwoo and prepare his body for Ashbourne's takeover. But Jinwoo fights back hard. He defeats the architect, and instead of being consumed by the Shadow Monarch, he earns Ashbourne's respect. Ashbourne gives Jinwoo his black heart, boosting his powers even more. At this point, Jinwoo is the strongest being on Earth. He could crush anyone who stands in his way. And yet, he doesn't fully embrace his role as a world-destroying villain. But he doesn't promise to be humanity's hero either. In fact, when the world's top hunters and government leaders confront him about his father's possible connection to the death of national-level hunter Christopher Reed, Jinwoo makes it clear where his priorities lied. He says he'll protect his family, even if it means becoming an enemy of every other hunter in the world. That's a chilling statement. Jinwoo isn't choosing humanity. He's choosing his family, no matter the cost. And while that might sound noble on the surface, it also shows just how far he's willing to go. He's ready to sacrifice everything, his morals, his alliances, even his own humanity, for the people he loves. So, is Jinwoo the villain? Not exactly. He's not evil for the sake of being evil. He's not out to watch the world burn. But he does have villainous tendencies. He's ruthless. He's cold. And he doesn't play by anyone else's rules. He's an anti-hero through and through, a guy who walks the line between savior and destroyer, and who could tip either way at any moment. In Solo Leveling Season 2, Episode 9, Jinwoo has a quiet moment at home. He watches his mom and sister going about their normal lives, and he realizes something painful. He's crossed a line he can never come back from. He's not the same person he used to be. And even though he fought so hard to save his mother, he's not sure he can ever really be part of their world again. It's heartbreaking. And yet, it's his mother's simple, everyday question, asking about his father, that brings him back. It reminds him he's still here. He's still their son and brother, no matter how far he's fallen or how powerful he's become, and that's the thing about Sung Jinwoo. He's not a clear-cut hero or villain. He's complex. He's messy. He has the power to end the world, but he chooses not to. Even when he could have let Ashbourne take control, Jinwoo fought back. He made his own path. He became the Shadow Monarch on his terms, not as a tool of destruction, but as a protector, though not always in the traditional sense. There's a line from Go Gun-hee, the chairman of the Hunters Association, that sums it up perfectly. He tells Jinwoo, "Someday you'll have to make a choice. When that time comes, please stay on the side of the humans." And Jinwoo does. In his own way, he fights the rulers. He fights the monarchs. He fights everyone, really, because he refuses to be anyone's pawn. In the end, he becomes the ultimate anti-hero, a man who carves out his own destiny, no matter how dark the road gets. So, is Sung Jinwoo the true villain of Solo Leveling? The answer isn't so simple. He's not the villain. But he's not the hero either. He's something in between. And maybe that's what makes his story so compelling. In a world where everything is black and white, Jinwoo lives in the gray, and there you have it. What do you think? Is Sung Jinwoo more villain than hero? Or is he the ultimate anti-hero we didn't know we needed? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I love hearing what you guys think. If you enjoyed today's deep dive, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Top Gossip Today for more anime breakdowns, fan theories, and juicy story twists. Hit that bell icon so you never miss a single upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.